Hey everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new 2022 Threshold Design with Studio Mcgee collection. I honestly wasn't going to do a video, and then I started scrolling through all of the stuff, and I was like, this is so good. There's honestly so many good pieces, and then on top of it, it's just a very large collection. So we have a lot of ground to cover. I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on some of the pieces and some of my favorite ones that I feel like will really extra elevate your space. There's some that just have parallels to high-end designer pieces that I want to talk about and just kind of chat about the new collection together. So grab a coffee, a snack, whatever, and let's chat about all the new home decor that's dropping. All right, so I got my laptop here and I'm just gonna insert photos on the screen so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So the first item that I was floored with was this floor lamp. Get it? I absolutely love this piece. It is a little pricey at $145, but you compare this to some other high-end designer floor lamps that have the Empire shade, and it is a steal compared to that. It does come in two colors, a brass and a black. It's honestly all in the details with this lamp. I love the Empire lamp shade, which is something that is kind of hard to find if you're not looking on designer websites. So the fact that we can get this for a cheaper price is really big, and I absolutely love the little retro pulls on it as well. Such a gorgeous piece that would instantly elevate a living space. All right, so something that this collection has that I feel like the last one was missing are those really big statement vases that have kind of a rustic look to them. This is such an expensive look. Lots of designers incorporate rustic, kind of vintagey statement vases into their spaces. So the fact that we could get these at Target prices is absolutely amazing. And this one is the large carved cream vase. It is priced at $35 and it does come in two sizes. The other size is $25. I personally like the taller one, but you know, if you were dealing with a space that had limited visibility, like you needed to see over a coffee table to the TV, or maybe a desk or a dining table where you want your arrangement to be a little bit lower, the $25 smaller one would be a really great option for that as well. I love the creamy texture of this and how it's light and bright, but it still has some visual interest to it with all of those little divots and lines. I think that this is so pretty, and it has kind of a handmade look to it, which is something that I always look for in my decor pieces. Okay, this is probably one of the pieces that I was the most excited to see, and it is this gorgeous terracotta vase that has a very rustic aged detail. I love the handles. You guys, I've talked about this before. Handle details on vases really help give it that old world rustic look that I'm personally very drawn to. I think that incorporating pieces like this into your space really help elevate it and make it feel very designer. Speaking of designer, this parallels a lot of expensive pieces such as the amphora vase at Anthropologie by Amber Lewis. It looks very similar, has very similar coloring and lines. It also looks a lot like the Umbria vase sold at Arhas, which is very expensive. Both of those are over $100, while this one is only 40 bucks. This would be so pretty to use in shelf styling or on a dining table or on a console table. There's so many uses for it. It's another one of those really versatile pieces, and I just love the old world rustic look of it. I feel like this is one of those that's gonna sell out super quick. So if you are watching this and it is still available and you are interested, I would definitely buy it sooner rather than later, just because these kinds of pieces always sell out very, very quickly. Another piece that I'm loving is this ceramic knob table lamp. It is $60, and this would be so cute to use on a desk or just pop on a console table, or maybe even shelf styling if you had big enough shelves. I love the Empire lampshade on it and how this piece specifically can fit into so many different design styles. This lamp, in my opinion, is definitely one of those timeless pieces that is worth the investment, and I love the uniqueness of that little knob detail on there. Another thing that I'm loving is this little footed bowl. This thing is $35. And this is a really great piece to have on hand because I feel like a lot of times in our spaces, we like to use height. So whether that's a bowl with flowers or stems coming out of it or a lamp, sometimes it's nice to have contrasting shapes. So when you group items together, you want them to be different heights. So when you have those taller items, this is a really great piece to pair with that. Not only that, but it's also functional because it can act like a catch-all. If you use it in an entryway, you can throw your keys in here, or you can use it to store remotes. Whatever you're using in the room that you decide to put this in, it's definitely a very functional, versatile, and timeless piece in my opinion. I love the ceramic look of it. And because of its shape specifically, I feel like this would be such a great decorating piece to have on hand. All right, so the next piece that I love is this East Bluff woven accent table in black. And this would be great to use as a nightstand. I love that there are 2 drawers so you can have some hidden storage. I love that it's black so it has that punch of contrast if you have things like a lighter bed frame or a lighter sofa. Contrasting elements really make your space feel high end. So when you mix the light and the dark, it really helps your space to feel dynamic. And even if you like lighter colors, I personally think the lighter colors look like they pop even more if you use black or dark accents. So this is a great piece to do that with. Okay, so I was so excited to see that this collection included a swivel chair, and this is the Pasadena swivel accent chair. It is priced at $300. It comes in 3 different fabric choices. It has like a light beige, it has a cream blue clay, and it has a tan herringbone. So definitely some different neutral tones depending on your space, what fits in best. And I also just love the design of this. I think that it is super interesting. So this is actually a dupe for the Gwyneth chair at CB2, which is priced at $1,000. So the fact that we can get it for 1/3 of the price is amazing, and it does give off a very similar look. So yeah, definitely one of those pieces that actually gives you a high-end designer look for a fraction of the price. So something that I was honestly surprised to see in this collection was a full-on bed frame. We have seen lots of headboards in the past, but now they are graduating to just doing full-on bed frames, which I think is so exciting. And this one is so beautiful. I love that the headboard has that really pretty wrap detail and that we have a contrasting wood leg on the bottom. It is a little bit on the pricier side at a king being $950. It does come in several different colors, and I'm excited that Target is doing full-on upholstered beds now. This is very exciting, and I'm hoping to see more bed frames with them in the future. All right, so the next thing that I saw that I was really excited to share with you all was the Linwood slipcover ottoman. And I love that things just keep evolving with these lines. We just used to have in the past a very basic upholstered ones, and I love that this has that little slipcover detail to make it feel a little bit more formal, just a tad bit different from the things that Target has done in the past. So it is priced at $95, which is pretty standard for an ottoman from them. And this is another piece that I have a prediction that is probably gonna sell out very quickly. So get your hands on it if you can, if it's still not sold out. But yeah, I love the subtle striped detail of it, and I think that this is just a really classic, clean, again, very neutral and versatile piece that you can swap throughout different rooms, or that you can keep with you as the styles change, because it is very classic. All right, so next we have this Westchester fringe cube, and this is priced at $95. It comes in 2 color options. We have a cream linen or a light beige velvet, which I think both are really gorgeous options. I think that this adds just that extra layer of visual interest with the fun fringe detail. And this is actually a dupe for the dot fringe ottoman from One Kings Lane, priced at $615. So it'll give that same overall look and visual interest to a space, even though the Target one is square and the other one is round. I honestly like the square better. I think it looks a little bit more interesting, and I don't know, I just think that this is a really fun piece, and I was so excited to see it in the collection. $95, again, very standard for a Target ottoman. Can't complain about that, especially when it gives us the same exact look as a $600 ottoman for a fraction of the price. Okay, so I have 2 favorite art pieces in this collection, and the first one is this tonal oil painting in the framed canvas, and I think that this is such a relaxing image. It has a beautiful abstract look to it. I love this piece because you're like, is it a neutral? Is it a muted color? Is it beachy? Is it abstract? I don't know. You can honestly look at this piece and interpret it many different ways, which I think is super fun, and I love that Target is giving us larger pieces of art now. They used to be a little bit smaller, but now I feel like they're realizing we want statement art, because I think we want pieces that can really hold their own and are scale appropriate to hang over a console table or a bed or a desk, things like that. And this size is really great for that. I also love that it can be hung horizontally or vertically. So definitely some great options with this piece. And then the other one that I'm loving is this ocean view framed wall print in black and white. I personally love photographs of the ocean. I have them incorporated all over my home, as you guys can probably see behind me. I just think that it really emits a calming, relaxing feel to a room, and it's a very calm, serene, simple image, so it's not too distracting, but still just gives you that really calming feel. Another thing that is popping up a lot in this collection is faux greenery, and this piece is one that I'm absolutely loving. It is this small leaf potted, is what the title is. whatever. But I think it is so cute in this little rustic pot. It is $25 and I absolutely love this size of faux greenery because it is so versatile. It can go on a desk, a shelf, a console table, a coffee table. We actually have one very similar in size that I use on our little tub tray as styling just for a little pop of greenery because I feel like greenery really just helps ground your space and make it feel a lot more organic and down to earth. So you can never have too much of it in my opinion, and this is a really pretty piece to have on hand. So another piece of greenery, we have this banyan potted leaf tree, and this guy is priced at $180. This is a full 72-inch tall faux tree. It also does come in a smaller size as well, and that one is $55. But I really love the aged rustic pot again that this comes in. If you guys can't tell, I'm obsessed with aged rustic pots, and I really do just feel like they add that lived-in found look to your space. So yeah, love the pot, comes in 2 sizes, and I like that it's something different. All right, so another faux greenery piece that I feel like is really gonna make a statement is this large magnolia potted leaf plant. And a while back, Amber Interiors posted a photo of one of her rooms that she designed with a really gorgeous magnolia branch sticking out of a pot. And honestly, ever since I saw that picture, I've been very inspired to incorporate a magnolia stem in my home. I have not done it yet, but this would be a really great way to do it. It's also one of those pieces that is very season neutral, so you can have it in your home throughout fall, winter, summer, spring, all the seasons, if you didn't know that. You're welcome. I love how this adds almost a little bit more of a moody touch to a space. Just because of that brown underside of the leaf, I feel like, you know, it tones it down a little bit, makes things feel a little bit more moody, which is very similar to the Amber Interiors photo that I was inspired by. So I love this. I love how it's contrasted with a white vase and how it seems to be rather large and makes a statement with those large branches. So definitely one of those pieces that would be a great investment and is a great price point at $40 in my opinion. All right, so another piece that I'm loving is the rose mead metal frame and rounded back accent chair in cream, and it has kind of like a Sherpa material to it. And I absolutely love the light and dark contrast on this and how that curved back really just makes a statement. Curved back chairs are very in right now. I see lots of designers using them. So this is something that's very structurally interesting. It has good contrast and it can go with lots of different color schemes, being that it's black and white. You could accent it with a colored pillow if you wanted more of a pop of color. It kind of provides that really neutral base for you to build off of with your accents, which I love to do personally, because that way it makes things easy to switch up your color scheme or overall look of your space if you get bored. But when those classic standalone pieces are neutral, it really just gives you a great base to kind of play off of and have freedom with in your designs. So I absolutely love this piece. It is priced at $250, which is very standard for an accent chair. So yeah, loving this one. All right, so next up we have this Springville 2-door cabinet in brown, but that's kind of interesting because it does look to be black, so I'm not sure if that's just a typo if it really is brown. So I love the cane detail. I love that it's practical storage, and this is really perfect for those, you know, empty, awkward hallways or spaces that just need a little bit of visual interest. You know, you pop a lamp on one of these with some artwork above it, and you've instantly made your space feel a lot more homey and designer. I also love this square table lamp. It is priced at $85, and I love the sleek, modern look of it. I'm just a big fan of black accents over here, so I like that it doesn't take up a lot of space. So somewhere like a nightstand, it's very tall and vertical, so it still makes a statement, but it doesn't take up a lot of space, which I think is really practical. All right, everyone, so those are my absolute favorite pieces from this collection. I will have everything else linked below. So everything I just mentioned will be linked in order, and then I will link all of the other pieces in their own category if you want to just browse the collection for yourself. But I want to thank you all so much for watching this week's bonus video. I'm glad I got to kind of chat about these new pieces with you all, and I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!